What are we all missing right now? Because it gets overshadowed by coronavirus news. Russian parliament passed a reform allowing Putin to stay president until 2036. Emergency powers to Chancellor Putin. So this is how whatever the heck Russian has dies, with thunderous applause. Putin has altered the deal. Pray he does not alter it further. His allegiance is to Russia, to dictatorship. Ethiopia is facing mass starvation due to swarms of locusts the size of cities. Apparently they're bringing in hundreds of geese to eat the locusts. Who will eat the geese? Larger, more aggressive geese. So, people. Yes, Ethiopians. Starvation is no more. We did it, boys. Starvation is no more. Edit, yay, first award. Thank you, kind stranger. Edit, starvation. A second person was cured of HIV in the UK. I heard about this. It was because of a stem cell treatment meant for his cancer, but the cells in the transplant came from someone with HIV immunity. Yes, that's a real thing. So now he's cured. Truly amazing news. Edit, I have seen your comments and noticed some of you wanted a link for the story. You call, I answer, bbc.com. What? A dude had HIV and cancer. WTF, and he lived. They cancelled each other out. Edit, please stop replying that they canceled each other out. You are all very funny and clever, but please stop. 2 makes 8+. Or in this case, 2 positives made 2 negatives. Virginia lawmakers have passed a bill that would see insulin prices capped at $50 per month, potentially making the state the third to set limits on the cost of the life-saving medication. A cow in Florida has evaded police for 2 months. Breaking news.ie. Edit, obligatory thank you for the awards. I shamelessly stole this article from Not-Theonian, as many people pointed out. I just thought it would be funny and didn't think it would blow up. Haha. A mighty steed worthy of Florida man. Edit, wow. First Reddit gold. Thank you. This cow is just the start of the Florida Man cinematic universe. A new dinosaur the size of a hummingbird was found literally just yesterday. Here is the link for the article. Edit, thank you all for the upvotes and awards. I thought that said hummingbird the size of a dinosaur. Dude, I shit myself. Can you imagine? That would be insane. Yet another Senate bill aimed at undermining end-to-end encryption and slowly stripping away at people's privacy. Edit, because everyone's asking, the bill is called Earn It. Links if you're interested in understanding the bill and how it affects privacy. I recommend reading this really short post on Medium. It's not the most authoritative source, but it does an extremely good job explaining the surface-level intentions and consequences behind the bill without overly pointing fingers or being sensationalist. If you're looking for a longer and more technical explanation, the above article cites an article that expands on the background behind the bill and how it can undermine end-to-end encryption. If you don't mind a technical, but, in my opinion, sensationalist article, the EFF covered it recently as well. Edit 2. As per anonymous-ish request, here's a link where you can find out how to write to your congressman women about the bill, hack.eff.org. Parts of Africa and South Asia are having their crops decimated by a massive locust swarm, and it's estimated to impact the food security for about 20 million people. Locust, famine, viruses, all we need is a touch of war or raining sulfur, which makes this some biblical shit. I hear the US is firing missiles at Iran after troops were killed and that Turkey and Syria are skirmishing. Saudi Arabia and Russia are fighting over oil. Brazil is apparently removing diplomats from Venezuela. Do those count, or is the Red Horseman more of an all-out kind of thing? You will hear of wars and rumors of wars, but see to it that you are not alarmed. Such things must happen, but the end is still to come. Matthew 24:6. Some more here, some rumors there. I think it counts. Russians killed 36 Turkish soldiers in Syria. All-out war between Turkey and Syria. A oil price war between Saudi Arabia and Russia. A refugee crisis in Greece and border fights between the Greek and Turkish police. 2 American and 1 British soldiers were killed in Iraq. The US is currently responding with massive airstrikes. Ceasefire in Syria. Ceasefire means a rearmament because the rebels and SAA have lost a huge amount of people and material in the last few weeks. Putin becoming leader. For life, a cow apparently avoided the police for 2 months in Florida. I managed to bench 100 kilograms. Quite impressive if I say so myself. Basically everybody is using this virus because all the attention is on this thing. It removed a claim that the Turks are pushing refugees out of Turkey because I'm not sure if this is true anymore. Congress, a Democrat and a Republican, just introduced a bill that'll limit our free speech online and may take away privacy via encryption. It's called the Earn It Act. Here's a link, freepress.net. Edit. I should have given a possible solution, instead of just pointing out a problem. We should all write our representatives and senators to get this shit shut down. And here is a page to get their contact info, congress.gov, senate.gov. Also, here's a good link to a page on the subject, from an organization I've seen consistently fight for net neutrality, strong personal encryption, and other important issues in the digital age, act.eff.org. Arguably the best women's basketball player, Maya Moore, has not played the last couple of seasons because she wanted to focus on trying to release an innocent man from being wrongly accused. A couple of weeks ago she succeeded in that and he was released. The last Ebola patient was discharged in DRC. Imagine their reaction when they come out and see this coronavirus mess. Ah shit. Here we go again. There's a plague of locusts about to tear through Africa. Plague, check. Pestilence, check. War, always check. All right, boys. Start packing it up and better get repenting. From the looks of things, God's about to shut this down. Moses, writing, and the end shall be heralded by trumpets. God, no, trumpets. Moses, yes, that's what I wrote. Trumpets, God, sighed. I'll figure it out. Oh Jesus. It all makes sense now. Congress is attempting to pass a law that will effectively end end-to-end encryption on communication platforms. www. The Verge.com interface 2020312211748115 Earn It Act encryption killer Lindsey Graham match group. Edit. Added hyphens to end-to-end for more clarity. I wasn't concerned about this change, because I felt it was inconsequential, but I'm making it so that the conversation stays centered around the appropriate topic, which I feel is much more important. They can go fuck to fuck. Many companies such as Nike are currently under investigation for slave labor. This is why the CEO of many companies have been stepping down lately. Forbes.com. Edit. Added source. Slave labor from the concentration camps in China. Don't forget Apple and Microsoft, Asus, Dell, Google, HP, HTC, Lenovo, LG, Nintendo, Nokia, Oculus, Panasonic, Samsung, Sharp, Sony and Vivo, among 82 others. Basically every major electronics, fancy vehicles, fancy clothing, and shoes, etc. So the most high-end expensive products are literally being produced for next to free by slaves. Edit. Sorry, didn't expect this to get as much comments as it did. Here is the full article I'm referencing: www.aspi.org. Refer to YG Hearst-sale, and here is the full list: Abercrombie Fitch, Acer, Adidas, Alstom, Amazon, Apple, ASUS, Bayek Motor, BMW, Bombardier, Bosch, BID, Calvin Klein, Candy, Carter's, Cerruti 1881, Chang'an Automobile, Cisco, CRRC, Dell, Electrolux, Fila, Founder Group, GAC Group, Automobiles, Gap, Geely Auto, General Motors, Google, Gore-Tex, HM, Haier, Hart-Schattner Marks, Hisense, Hitachi, HP, HTC, Huawei, iFlytek, Jack Jones, Jaguar, Japan. Display Inc., L.L.Bean, Lacoste, Land Rover, Lenovo, LG, Li-Ning, Mayer, Mizong, Mercedes-Benz, MG, Microsoft, Mitsubishi, Mitsumi, Nike, Nintendo, Nokia, The North Face, Oculus, Oppo, Panasonic, Polo Ralph Lauren, Puma, Rowe, SAIC Motor, Samsung, SGMW, Sharp, Siemens, Skechers, Sony, TDK, Tommy Hilfiger, Toshiba, Tsinghua Tongfang, Uniqlo, Victoria's Secret, Vivo, Volkswagen, Xiaomi, Zara, Zegna, ZTE. I wasn't ready to read this list, but I'm glad I did. It's time to start researching the companies I currently buy from. Didn't Epstein's bank account just quietly shuffle away another $50 million? Not as important as a lot of other issues, but the whole Epstein thing has really fallen out of the news cycle. This? nypost.com. Thanks for the link. It turns out it wasn't his bank account. It was his bank. I mean, why have an account when you can have a bank? Harvey Weinstein was found guilty and will die in jail. Probably soon. Suicide is a terrible thing. Nah, nobody needs him dead. He wasn't a broker or sex like Epstein was, didn't have a little black book. He just abused the hell out of everybody he could because he was a piece of shit. Lots of people probably want him dead, but nobody's sweating about what he might say that'll ruin their lives. Putin is becoming lifetime ruler of Russia. So, nothing new. The difference now is that he isn't even pretending. The bill basically gives him the legal right to be a dictator. But I'm pretty sure it also guarantees a living minimum wage, or at least a provision for it was included in the bill he sent to their legislative body, so that's nice. I think he won the vote in a landslide 383-0. People must really love this guy. In the German news, they showed him coming into the hall after it was suggested, with the comment that it was very unusual for him to be there. I don't think it's possible to state he was threatening them all more clearly without saying the words directly.